Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time finding the channel. If it is your first time, I'll tell you, I do a lot of different videos on the channel. Some of those things are a lot of nerd culture or geek culture, and I do DC updates, Marvel updates, Star Wars updates. Today we have another DC update. We're talking about Zack Snyder again, the Snyder Man. What's he up to now? Seems like this man is posting something every day, stirring up conversation. So let's get into this. It says Zack Snyder teases fan again with new Batman vs Superman IMAX photo. It says Zack Snyder is back with another behind-the-scenes drop, this time posting a new black and white image of himself operating an IMAX camera. Snyder captioned it on Instagram, "This was on Batman vs Superman. IMAX is fun to shoot." And just like that, Snyder once again reminds fans exactly how big and ambitious Batman vs. Superman really was. As Snyder isn't letting the fans forget Batman vs. Superman, and nor should they. While DC is in flux and the future of the brand shifts with Warner Bros. Discovery exploring a sale, Snyder has been on a tear, posting shot after shot tied to his DC era: Superman, Batman, Joker, Deathstroke, and now a direct callback to Batman vs. Superman's IMAX production. He's not letting fans forget the scale of what he built. Batman vs. Superman remains one of the most talked about comic book films ever made, full of huge imagery, bold choices, iconic characters, and a visual identity only Snyder could deliver. And Snyder dropping this photo right now feels intentional again. Another perfectly timed Snyder post. The timing comes as fan interest in the Snyderverse surges again, with Netflix exploring a bid for Warner Bros. Discovery, and Snyder releasing new DC content daily. Each post adds momentum, and each post feels like a reminder of the era that connected with millions of fans worldwide. Snyder's IMAX callback sends a message. His films weren't just superhero movies, they were cinematic events. And talking about cinematic events, I think one way that Warner Brothers could make money, or whoever buys Warner Brothers could make money going forward, release the Snyder Cut in theaters, in IMAX. Let us see it on the big screen. I think it would make money. It's already a finished product. You don't have to do any work on it. You release it, and it's all profit. What else did he post? Well, let's see. We have another Superman image. Zack Snyder honors Veterans Day with Henry Cavill, Superman, while James Gunn says nothing. Zack Snyder marked Veterans Day by posting a powerful image of Henry Cavill's Superman standing proudly in front of the American flag. "To those who stand for truth, justice, and freedom, grateful today and every day. Thank you. Hashtag Veterans Day," Snyder wrote on Instagram. And while Snyder honored U.S. veterans with his Superman, a symbol tied directly to American values, James Gunn didn't post anything. Snyder's post lands at a very interesting time. Again, the timing is impossible to ignore. Snyder dropping a patriotic Cavill Superman image on Veterans Day comes just as Skydance is emerging as a frontrunner to buy Warner Bros. Discovery. The Trump administration reportedly favors the Skydance deal, which would put Warner Bros. Discovery under the Ellison family, longtime Trump supporters. And Skydance and Paramount have openly embraced a more pro-America, MAGA, and anti-woke direction. Snyder's Superman has always leaned into classic American ideals, while Gunn's reboot has leaned in the opposite direction. Snyder has been posting DCEU content non-stop, right after our reporting on Gunn. As we've exclusively reported, multiple insiders say James Gunn will be out at DC Studios once Warner Bros. Discovery is sold. Right after that story went live, Snyder suddenly began unloading daily DCEU nostalgia bombs. Ben Affleck Batman images, Jared Leto Joker shots, Henry Cavill Superman photos, behind-the-scene moments from Batman vs. Superman, vintage IMAX production photos, and now a Veterans Day Superman tribute, the most patriotic Cavill image he's ever posted. It's almost like Snyder knows something. We've been told Snyder wants to return with The Dark Knight Returns. We've been told by our sources that everyone has moved on from the Snyderverse, except Snyder himself, who wants to return to a Dark Knight Returns adaptation. And now, with the potential Skydance takeover, those odds suddenly look a lot more realistic. What is also interesting is that Skydance has already aligned Netflix, and Snyder has spent the last few years building huge franchises there. If Warner Bros. Discovery pivots away from Gunn's direction and back towards something more traditional and actually profitable, a Snyder return suddenly isn't far-fetched. The real question is what form that return takes. And again, just like all these other Zack Snyder videos that I've been saying, the man knows something. He doesn't post without purpose. There's something going on. I also saw a rumor today that when Superman wasn't successful, didn't make a profit when it released in theaters, Warner Brothers called Zack Snyder and have him on standby if Supergirl would fail. Now, this was before all the sale stuff came out, when they were working on Supergirl, but they were worried that Supergirl won't perform since Superman didn't. And if Supergirl doesn't perform, what the rumor says is that they talked to Zack, and Zack is on standby and wants to finish his vision. If Supergirl fails, they're going to pivot and go back with Snyder. That's rumor. That's not, the trades have not confirmed that. No one has confirmed that. That's just rumor. Take it with a grain of salt, but I don't think it's that far-fetched when we've seen everything he's been posting, the timing of everything. It's not far-fetched, folks. So, let me know down in the comments what you think. Is Zack Snyder coming back? Is there something going on? Let me know what you think. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content that I have coming out. With that being said, you can check out other DCU updates I have here. And hope everybody has a good week. God bless everybody, and we will see you on the next video.